The fun begins, right? Yeah. Yeah. Those of you who are waiting for bear market, I kept telling you, it ain't no bear market. Nobody listen, right? now, it's like, yep. That is the part where I usually laugh about it. You see? Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. Wink, wink. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys. Definitely everything. Just better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do. We about to do the same thing we do every day. First, we better look at the market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we will check out prices in details. And once we're done with that, we will check we will check on our positions. The question today is, how many of you are in Rekt City yet? That's funny. That's the funniest part. But yeah, let me set this down for a second. Guys, it is something that I don't know. I don't know how people, you can say it in passive, active, however you want to say it. Nobody will ever listen to you until it's too late. That's why in this my millionaire journey, my friends, we want to be part of the 1%. Part of the 1%. People that sit quietly, analyze the markets, and see what we can get out of it. I'll tell you that every day I wake up, there's no way you're going to take away my smile. Because even when things are wrong, I always try to find a positive aspect of everything. That's me. I don't know about how you operate, but that's me. We've been here in the market, and I keep telling you, pay attention to macro, okay? Pay attention to the macroeconomy, because macroeconomy is going to determine a lot of things. Right now, people are expecting, like if you go look at it, say like 80% chance of rate cuts. We've been here, and I've been telling you, rate cuts are not going to have the same effect. They are not. Because the government has two, Uncle Sam, Trumpicious, Margex, has two options. Either or, that's what it is. If you choose to save the currency, you gotta fuck up the economy, right? If you choose to save economy, you need to fuck up currency. Now, the thing is, we start weighing on everything. Which of them would benefit America? Which of them? Right now, again, it seems like most people don't seem to understand it. US is regarded as the number one, the powerhouse in the world right now. And that powerhouse is being undermined by other countries like Russia, like China, like it's a bunch of them. This is when, like I say, we are sitting on that fence. They are trying to de-dollarize the world. They want to tell you not to use the dollar, to use their own aspect. China, for example, China wants to go back to when currencies were pegged to gold. Okay, that's what China wants to do. As a matter of fact, China has started going to African countries because, hey, in Europe, they are not welcome. In for them, sure, in North America, they are not. So they have started to go to Africa, explaining to countries over there, we can give you the loans you need, but you are just going to have to borrow our Chinese yuan. We take your gold as collateral. You understand? And I do remember talking about it here, be like, what's the difference? Because their selling point is that, yeah, with the US, since everything is pegged to the dollar, they can put sanctions on you by seizing your assets and stuff like that. That's what we talk about, right? And the question I asked one of you guys that replied to me, I asked them, okay, if you peg your gold to them, where is the gold going to be? Is it going to remain in your country, or does it have to go to their country for custody? The answer is it has to go to their country for custody. What if you have a falling apart with China? So they are going to open the gates and the doors all wide open and be like, okay, my friend, come and get your gold and go. Really? You think they're going to do that, right? What if they say they are not doing it? What are you going to do? Are you going to fight China to get your gold back? How are you going to do it? So the problem's still the same. The problem still, nothing is changing there in that aspect. The same thing the US is doing with the US dollar is the same thing they're going to do with the gold. Nothing changes. Okay, so that's the aspect of it. And now you start looking at the US, they cannot save the economy, because for them to save the economy, they are going to have to print. Printing that I've been telling you here has happened before. You remember when the trade wars happened, everybody was dumping the US Treasury bonds. You remember that? And all of a sudden, the price of the bonds stops going down. The US was buying their own Treasury bonds, a tactic that other countries have used before. Other countries' power economies like Japan. Japan used it before. Japan, when the economy was crashing that bad, they printed a lot of money and bought their own assets back, their own treasuries. And what happened is that it led them to this downward spiral, which again, I think like a couple of weeks ago, a month, something like that, they printed more money to try to hold it. Now, what does that lead to? Go look at the Japanese yen. Go look at it and you tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's look at it. Let's look at it together. This is what has been happening to the Japanese yen. Ever since they printed more, it dropped even more. Look at it. It's right there. There's no two ways. See, November 16. See? They printed more. That was like a month ago, I'm telling you. And look at what happened to the currency. It even dropped even more. So yeah, things are happening that you cannot ignore. And when I say you cannot ignore, it means you cannot just sweep them under the rug. Okay? M2 money supply. Why do you think the M2 money supply in the globally is jumping? Every country is trying to save their economy. They are trying to do that. And by doing that, they print money. Okay? The US has a big problem. We cannot print money like everybody else. Because the Japanese yen, nobody's trying to dethrone it. Okay? The Chinese yuan, nobody's trying to dethrone it neither. If you whatever currency you're looking at has no enemies like the US dollar has. So now, economy, yeah, we can fix it. The Fed is telling you, yeah, we do have a good economy. Really? Look at the job numbers. Look at the job numbers. That's all I have. That's all I can tell you. Look at the job numbers. And now you turn around, look at the currency, look at inflation numbers. We cannot afford to print. There are other things that they can do, which again, trust me, that's what they're going to do. Even though if they cut rates, they are not going to print as much money as you think. And that leads me to tell you, guys, when Bitcoin starts to run, $140,000 to $160,000. Trust me, by the time it gets there, and everybody and their grandmama realizes like, okay, they are not printing that money, that's it. That's it. It begins to go. Usually take them 4 to 6 weeks to realize the real deal that was happening. Okay? Instead, we keep saying you want to make money, you have to look at the real assets. Because right now, yeah, they're going to fix it. Like I said, we've heard Trumpicius, Margex talk about, oh, they're going to peg US treasuries to the stable coins, which is, yeah, that is a way of trying to get that inflation under control. Because, hey, if they do, there will be so much transaction volume on the US dollar, okay? And the things are going to go crazy. When I mean crazy, you can see that $30 trillion debt in the US, you can see it disappear. That's why everybody and their grandmama don't want that. They don't want to do it, but it's too late because the US dollars is everywhere, right? So that's one way. They can do it. So everybody's still looking. And now, instead of us, you and me, my millionaire journey, instead of us breaking our head on how are they going to do it, no. All you have to do is position yourself in the assets that are likely going to be used for that movement. And that's where quant comes in. That's what I've been telling you, like, guys, quanti. Quanti. Pay attention to quant. And what are you looking at now? Quant is blowing. It's one of the leading assets now, right? Quanti. It's that simple. Look, I know HBAR is doing this. I know XDC is doing this. I know this blah blah doing it. But this, I've been showing you guys that overledger picture for the longest. Because every bank in the world is not going to use one chain. Banks are going to use different chain. Now, your bank uses HBAR. Mine might be using XRP. If they want to communicate, they are going to have to go through quant over ledger, because no single bank wants to have all the chains in their system. That's it. First of all, it's a lot of money. Second of all, it's a lot of workers, and there's a lot of things they're going to try to prevent. But nobody's looking at it. Until all of a sudden, you are now seeing quant run. I told you guys, for me, if things play out, quant is a $5,000 coin. And you don't even need to go far away. All quant has to do is pass $50 billion market cap. And you start seeing those prices. We shift over, we talk about Kaspa. The fastest in all of them, Kaspa. The Kas bridge went live. Now stable coins are now being added to the layer 2s of Kaspa. Hence, you've seen the volume. See what I told you? Volume is going to lead you to the green candles that you are so much chasing, that you are so much looking for. In the short term, like I said, in the short term, I'm going to make a lot of money with Kaspa. As you guys already seen it, right? If Kaspa starts to move, you guys already seen it. It's just 6 cents, right? You watch. I've been showing you the chart on Kaspa against Bitcoin, right? Did you see it? Kaspa against Bitcoin. Kaspa is breaking out. It is happening. Kaspa is leading the charts right now. And everybody and their grandmama don't want to see it. The same situation that happened to quant, like when we were talking about quant here, nobody was paying attention. Now look at it running, right? The same situation is going to happen to Kaspa. And again, you tell somebody, listen, even if you don't believe in it, 10,000 Kaspas is all you need. 10,000 Kaspas. Oh yeah, before I even forget about it, hey, I get 600 views on the videos. Please, if you just can click the like button, that way we can trigger the YouTube whatever, the AI that is doing these things. That way the video can reach a lot of people. All right. Okay, thank you for that in advance. But anyways, going back to it, Kaspa faster, Kaspa more scalable, Kaspa. I mean, it is reaching places. Even I was looking at this yesterday. Somebody mentioned it, and I was like, nah, I gotta go look at it. Litecoin that has been in existence for over 15 years. How many public nodes does it have? Kaspa that has been in existence for just 3 years. I can say one because smart contracts didn't start coming on until just this year. How many nodes do we have now? Kaspa has surpassed Litecoin in the number of public nodes. And these things, I'm telling you, these things are, every institution, they don't overlook these things, because that means Kaspa is more secure. It's more secure. Things are happening left and right, but everybody and their grandmama don't seem to look at it. Everybody seems to look at Bitcoin. Everybody wants to see what Ethereum is going to do, what this is going to happen. And again and again and again, people just forget the original, the most important question. How much am I going to make out of it? If you're in my millionaire journey and you don't ask yourself that question every time you want to invest, you're in the wrong channel. You are in the wrong channel. You need to ask yourself that. How much am I going to make out of it? Look at the market cap. Look at where we are. And look at the potential level it could go. Yeah, it's going to go. But how much are you going to get? How much? Most people don't ask themselves that question. Okay, I know it depends on what your plans are. My plans is generational wealth. It's not just money to go and go kumbaya in Dubai. No. Mine is generational wealth. And the more money I get out of an investment, the better it is for me. Like this morning, I looked at Jasmine Trade. I've been trying to open a Jasmine Trade forever, and I looked at it. I think like, yeah, it's okay. I'm going to start looking at it. Like, for example, let me show you right quick, okay? Let me show you this. Jasmine, where do I have it? I do have it somewhere here. See, I do have it here. Jasmine here. You see? The trade I opened this morning, because I'm trying to find the bottom, is just $158. Now, the potential of this is just the start. Like, if you look at it, for example, Jasmine, I'm not going to say much. For me, I think Jasmine, if it does good, it's a 60 cents. 60 cents or something. But if Jasmine goes to 4 cents, just 4, this $150 you're looking at will be turned into $24,000. See what I mean? Now, let's jump a little bit. If it goes back to all-time high, last season it was 30 cents. At 30 cents, this position you're looking at is $215,000. That's what it is. Now, I think 60 cents, right? So let's say 60 cents. If it gets there at 60 cents, you are talking at $436,000. That's what we are talking about here. So you start looking at things. Are you... Even when you are investing on spot, that's the same question I ask myself. How much am I going to get out of it? If I put money, let's say Bitcoin right now, $92,000, and I have 10 grand, for example, put it in there. How much is the returns? Is it worth it? People don't listen. Everybody busy chasing green candles left and right. Meme coins. Like I told you, the price for meme coin when it goes up is not guaranteed. The price is guaranteed down. That's when it is guaranteed. And trust me, when the bear market comes to a stop, you will understand what I'm talking about. Right now, you are not. Because everybody else is trying to look left and right instead of looking at the right things. Fear and greed index. Look at the Bitcoin pie, the Bitcoin top, the pie chart. Look at those kind of stuff. And right now, you look at it and you start telling people, okay, these positions is where you have to get in. This is what you have to look at. Not just what MMJ is talking about. Something that you have to research and look at it yourself, because it is where the money is. Utility coins. Adoption of cryptocurrencies is happening. This thing you're looking at, BlackRock and this and that, my grandma and my grandpa tokenizing assets. Look at Kaspa. Look at it. Everybody's not paying attention to it right now. That is the time that you are supposed to get in, because nobody's looking at it. Not when everybody and their grandmama becomes an expert. Because if you do, you follow the 99.9% of the people. Unfortunately, yeah. Don't say I didn't warn you, because that's where it usually ends. That's where it usually end up to. Everybody's going to be sitting there and scratching their heads, listening to these big guys. Because like, I was looking at these big crypto influencers they call themselves, but we already know they are not influencing anybody. They're just leading a bunch of ship to wherever they want them to go. Oh yeah, the bear market is here and this is happening and blah 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 and shit. Next thing you know, bam. Rekt City, right? Because the market flipped. Simple indicators, they don't look at them. They only make the videos based on what they feel people want to hear. And if you cannot do that, you are going to lose a lot of money. And that's why a lot of people are sitting in profits right now, while 90% of the people, they don't know what to do, because Bitcoin flipped. Bitcoin flipped. Instead of going to 80,000 like they were expecting, it's now $92,000. And those short positions, they are what, 60-70%. Go look at the liquidation maps. You will see. You will see. And yet, people are still, look at the fear and greed index. People are still fearful. That gives the market makers, those little bastards, again, to keep manipulating the price upwards, because they are going to liquidate. Kaspa, for example, If Kaspa goes above 6.5 cents, a lot of money, people are going to cry. Above 9 cents is even worse. It's happening. While you and I, like I said, my millionaire journey, we need to spot the right thing, do the right thing to make that money, right? Trust me, you have to sit. Do not get led by a lot of people. Just sit there, look at what we're talking about. Go research, look at it yourself, and tell me, maybe MMJ is right, maybe it's wrong, but at least I'm going to look at it myself. See, Quant, are you happy now? Same thing is about to happen with Kaspa, right? Anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours, okay? Let's go right there. I know, seeing is believing, right? I understand that, but let's go look at crypto bubbles, okay? Let's see what crypto bubbles are saying. Oh, come on, not you. Crypto bubbles, where are you? Right there. he's the thing that I know. I'm not supposed to be laughing at it, but hey, you see, like I said, money is not gonna trickle down. It's not. Bitcoin is doing good. Everybody who was crying about bear markets, I wish to see them right now. What is their opinion about what is going on? Okay, but anyways, regardless, let's start first with King Kaspa. KAS. Now we have here for the past hour 1.3% up, 2.9% up on the day, 47.7% up on the week, 12.4% up on the month. Okay, we are coming, it's getting closer. Look at the yearly here, I start dropping, right? 61.7% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.58 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $31.56 million. You paying attention to the volume? You remember when it was going down like this, I kept telling you it's about to jump. When it jumped, volume was around 100 million. Now look at the volume again. It has started to go down, looks very low. Something is about to happen, right? Now let's go look at Quant. QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. People were saying this thing was going down, back down to $40, and I kept telling you no, Quant development is done with. It's about to start running. Those of you who were shorting Quant, anyway, let's go look at Quant. You look at Quant right quick. For the past hour, she's sitting flat, not moving. On the day, Quant is up 8.8%, 34.7% up on the week, 34.9% up on the week, 34.4% up on the month. Yesterday, I was telling you guys, look at that yearly. It's about to flip. Look at it right now. 7.7% up on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.54 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $87.06 million. You see, I usually tell you, when you look at the volume tells a lot on what is going on in the market. Quant was running in low volume, and I kept telling you, get ready for it. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Now, what do you see? For those of you who follow the my little wink moment, congratulations. Those of you who didn't follow, well, all I can say, yeah. Anyway, let's keep on going. We're gonna look at Cubic, okay? Okay, let's see what that war camp is doing. I still want to enter a trade on it, but the thing is, I don't know. Between Cubic and Jasmine, I chose to open a trade on Jasmine. I'm gonna wait because Cubic, something is not right. I just have that intuition. I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, for the past hour, 0.5% up, 0.3% up on the day, 4.4% down on the week, 35.8% down on the month, 81% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $101.14 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $2.32 million. Okay, Now we go look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on there. Because today I opened a Jasmine trade. I think something is looking good on Jasmine. I just said let me try. Okay. For Jasmine, for the past hour, we are up 0.4%, 1.1% down on the day, 0.7% down on the week, 27.3% down on the month, and 73% down on the year. This is the reason why I opened a position on it, because that yearly, it looks like it's getting to those 75 to 80%. So let me just see if it gets liquidated, let it do, but I'm just taking a chance on it. Sitting at a market cap of $359.10 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $14.24 million. That's also another reason why I opened a position, because that volume is like danger. I mean, like crazily low. So this thing, I think, is about to take off. Now, let's go look at Jonathan's pet turtle, because in Bitcoin, I call it the orange guy. Let's see what the orange guy has to say. As you guys can see, like I said, money is not going to trickle down. Bitcoin goes up, coins go up. The only time you're going to see money trickling down is when Kaspa is ready, because all this money, the layer ones, layer twos, whatever you call them, is going to bleed into Kaspa, and you will see. Okay? But anyways, for Bitcoin, 0.2% up the last hour, 0.7% up on the day, 5.7% up on the week, 16% down on the month, and 5.9% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.83 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $42.03 billion. Yeah, that volume is just sitting, you can say a little bit lower, but yeah, maybe sideways action. That's what we're expecting, right? But yeah, everybody's different. You can look at it the way you want to look at it. When I trade, I don't use rocket science. I just do my thing, okay? My little simple moving ribbon, moving average, MACD, RSI, and then you look at the fear and greed index, okay? So yeah, those are the things I look at. And like I told you, I'm going to start making sure that we look at it every day. If you look at the fear and greed index, where is it? Right here. Fear and greed index, let it load up. Not stock, crypto. Yesterday I kind of confused it. As you guys can see, we are still in fear. Not extreme fear, but some kind of fear, which means that market can swing a little bit lower and then keep on going up. So yeah, looking at it, it tells you a lot about what's going on in the market. So yeah, you should really pay attention to this thing. You guys, those of them who were saying we're in the bear market, no, we don't get in the bear market when the fear and greed index is still right there, not even in neutral. We get in the bear market when the fear and greed index starts to go to extreme greed. You start to hear people talking about Bitcoin to $1 million next month, or still things like that. That is when you begin to know, like, okay, I think the hot potato is about to get handed down the line. So yeah, you have to really look at it that way. But anyways, now let's go look at prices in details. Let's see trading view, my good friend right here. 80%. Come on, cut off. As you can see right here, Dixie is going down and Bitcoin is going up. This is what we want to see. We want to see an inverse correlation between those two assets. Even gold, you also want to pay attention to gold, between Dixie and gold. But anyways, now let's go look at the prices in details. Let's go here. Kaspa, we started on the 1 hourly, right? On the 1 hour, let's zoom. Yesterday I got it, like a guy was inboxing me, oh, look at your ribbon just turned red on the 1 hour. And I'm like, dude, there's so many things you got to put into account. Look at the ribbon, look at the moving average. What do you see the moving average doing? It's shooting up. So ribbon, it might turn red, but the moving average is shooting up. And another thing that you have to look at, because like this is, he was talking about this little channel right here, and I said, bro, you got to look at it and look at what the price is doing. Normally when it turns red, price supposed to be going down, but it is not. You can do the way you look at it, price is going sideways, moving average is shooting up. And another thing is that when you look at what you call it, when you look at the MACD and the RSI, they are showing you something else. So do not panic. And you're like, yeah, this. I said, well, that is up to you. Next thing you know, a couple of hours later, next thing, bam, on top of the moving average. And I was laughing at him. And he's like, man, I closed my position early. I said, dude, that's something I usually tell you guys. Patience. If you're not patient in trading, you're going to lose. Good thing you made some money. Some people would have closed at a loss. You're going to lose. Just be patient. Leverage trading is not for everybody. People do it, others don't. That's why I said, if you plan on swing trading, stay away from it. Swing trading, it won't work. Okay, I don't do swing trade. It's not a good thing. But anyways, now let's go on the 4 hourly right quick, because the 1 hour looks good. On the 4 hourly, just like I told you guys, you remember yesterday, I have a simple way of trading. Look at it. Price always gets attracted to the moving average. Then we can have a retest, or it can go sideways and wait for the rebound to catch up. And that's exactly what it did. It went up, stayed sideways, rebound caught up, it went, now rebound is acting as support. And then when you look at it on the bigger ways, okay, what I can tell you now is that Kaspa is forming a bull flag. That's what Kaspa is doing, okay? Kaspa is forming a bull flag. No matter how you look at it, look, if you do this, look at the pole. Here, the pole is forming a bull flag. And if you want to really, like some people say, no, you have to measure here and there. No. The way I do it is, let's see, take a trend line. You go from the bottom, which was there, to the top, which is right there. Okay, now you clone it. Let's clone it a second. Let's just assume that the breakout is somewhere there, or maybe we're gonna wait for the breakout to happen. Now let's go see where this thing is gonna take Kaspa, because I told you guys 7.5 cents is the next resistance. We're gonna break it, but Kaspa is more the design to go even above. Look at the ribbon. Ribbon is already facing upwards. Go look at that MACD. MACD is already it's still an oversold. It hasn't even crossed yet. So let's see where this thing will take Kaspa. Come on, let me see. It's not even up there. But before we get to that, look at the ribbon on the daily. You see, I told you by the time the ribbon turns green, this thing will be long gone, because it's so simple. Price always gets attracted to the moving average. It never fails. It never fails, okay? If the moving average is below, yeah, it always does when the price starts to go down. When price starts to go up, minimum always gets attracted to that moving average. But yeah, ribbon is still red, but it's curving upwards, okay? So get ready for this. Now, if you look at, I want to show you where the price is saying that we are going here. See, looking at it, it tells that this thing is going to 10 cents. Look at it right there. It's going to 10 cents. 9.5, 10 cents. That's what we're looking at. And I keep telling guys, the movement that started like a joke, it is now ready to pop. It's ready to go. Kaspa is getting there, okay? For me, anything under 12 cents is just noise. Like I said, there are swing traders, there are day traders, people that want to do that. But people are running, those guys are running out of steam. So if you look at it, it's getting there. And then you can also see that after that we do have 15 cents, right? After 15 cents, we'll be looking at 18, 19 cents. There was a lot of trading activity on those price targets. After that, we do have all-time high before we go into price discovery. That's why I am not worried at all when it comes to Kaspa. Now, another one, like I told you, you have to start looking at it, is Kaspa against Bitcoin. Kaspa trading with Bitcoin. Look at this. See, the same thing on the price level that happened is happening when Kaspa, when you pair Kaspa, excuse me, that's the same thing is happening when you pair Kaspa against Bitcoin. Look at it. Look, you see, Kaspa broke out against Bitcoin. You look at it on the 4 hourly. Look, Kaspa broke out. It was a long downtrend that we couldn't break out of. And right now, you're looking at it, Kaspa is breaking out of Bitcoin. Even that, forming the same exact, look at it, exact same bull flag. If you go look at it on the daily, that's where we start to see it. Ribbon already curving upwards, even though it is still very, very red, but it's still curving upwards. Look at it on the daily, on the weekly. We are waiting for the daily to flip. Once the daily flips, then you are going to see the weekly also flips. Okay, so everything is going according to plan. I don't know why you are busy panicking about it. I told you, don't leverage trade if you are not made for it. Leverage trade is not for everybody. Just buy your coins on spot and you sit tight. Okay, the difference is that leverage trade, you don't have to use a lot of money, but the risk is way higher depending on your margins. Like, are you trading on 10x, 5x? I trade on 50x. That's me. Anyways, now let me show you quant right quick. Okay, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. That's what I call it. So on quant, this one I've been beating the drum about it for how long now? I told you it is happening, because quant, when you look at quant, the development is done. Now adoption is happening. ISO 20022 went on live, and a lot of people just don't see it. You understand? They don't understand what is happening. That's what the thing is. Most people are just looking at it and they go like, yeah, it's just XRP. No, it's not. Quant has an advantage by using the overledger, because the overledger gives it that interoperability. Well, I've gone so many times on it, but anyways, if you look at it on the 1 hourly, look, bam, broke out, right? Ribbon green facing upwards, moving average going up with the full force. Quant is going. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, look on the 4 hourly. You remember yesterday I was talking about a W. The W broke out. Look at the ribbon, the same thing, fully going upwards. Price action, this thing is crazy. It is going, right? I told you, didn't I? I told you. The daily, the same thing. Look on the daily. What do you see? Look at the ribbon. Already, price always gets attracted to the moving average. Nobody will. The first time it happened, so many times in this channel, look, attracted, got rejected, attracted, now it is breaking above it on the daily. And you look at the ribbon, it is still red, but it's turning upwards. By the time it switched to be green, this price action will be way up there, 110, even above that. You are about to see it. Okay, that's why for me, I sit tight. I don't panic about it when I tell you these things. We are not in a bear market. We are here to make money. If you are following this excuse me, if you are following this my millionaire journey, you should know it already. So I told you it's gonna happen. That's why everybody who is busy panicking, my methods of trading are very simple. I don't use Fibonacci's or Albert Einstein's equations or none of that. Very simple. So as you can see, yeah, it's getting there. I told you, we need to close this weekly candle. Look at the weekly candle, like I was saying it, right? This weekly candle is already showing you where this thing is going. For me, anything under $125 is nothing but noise. Okay? After 125, we do have 151. After 151, the next target will be 164. We cross it, next one will be 176. If we break that with the daily candle, then we are going to be looking at 230. Above that, there is not much resistance to all-time high, which is around $400. Then after that, we are going to be looking at price discovery. Everything is playing out according to plan. All you got to do is chill, relax, okay? Anyways, now let's go look at Bitcoin right quick, okay? Bitcoin, we're not going to spend much time on it because Bitcoin is just is lagging a little bit. But well, let's see what Bitcoin got for us today. And Bitcoin right here, see, the same thing. Everybody, y'all keep asking, and I keep telling you, just look at the lines. Normally, I put the lines way before it happens because I do my research. I look at news, I look at dates, I look at a lot of stuff. And yeah, those lines, they are for me. They reminds me of price action that is going to happen. Like the most recent one, you remember this green line, it was there, and I kept telling you pay attention to November 24th. Something is going to happen and price is going to go up. If you had listened, right now look at where the price is, right? On this, the yellow one, indecision, like I was saying, yeah, let's see what the US government is about to do. What's going on with the Chinese trade? Some people are saying Trumpicius Magicius is going to go to China. Some people are saying no. So if news comes out that day, it was going to affect the price. But we know that Ukraine and everybody else is doing good. They're still throwing stones at each other over there. But hey, that's not subject on this channel. But anyways, I told you, for me, I think Bitcoin is going to get pumped. They are going to push it to that 150 or 160,000. That's what we are looking at right now. So for me, I'm going to sit tight. Once Bitcoin gets there, we're going to reevaluate the markets again. But yeah, look, for the meantime, look at the ribbon on the 4-hourly. Yeah, just flip green. And the same thing I'm here blabbing about every day. Price always gets attracted to the moving average. Look at that. And everybody in their grandmama not paying attention. And then look at the moving average. Instead of falling, it has started to curve. That's what it has started to do. Pay attention to it. Curving meaning price is going to get above it with a moving ribbon, and this thing is going to run. I've been saying it so many times here, okay? Right now, unfortunately, when I opened my Bitcoin long, that was before I started my channel. And you guys already know me. I don't like to show you something that people are going to FOMO into. The trades I open them with you being there, right? As of right now, when I start to short Bitcoin, that's when you guys will also know, because I will short the living Jesus out of it. That's what I'm going to do. There's a bunch of coins that I have on my radar I'm going to short. Okay, so far, yeah, everything is playing according to plan. Nothing. I'm telling you, everything is moving great. So just for me, I'm sitting tight. I'm not your financial advisor. You can do whatever you wish. Okay, so anyways, now let's go right quick. Let me check Kaspa right quick. And while we do that, guys, again, let's go look at, I'm going to look at my positions in a second. But please, do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, leverage trading is the easiest way you can lose your money, guys. Easiest way. Best thing for you to do is just stick to buying your coins on spot. Seriously, just do that. But if you wish to do it, down below I do have the links: Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, and I also have Wix Exchange. Okay, Wix Exchange, you can also sign up. Meet on all of them. You need to meet the deposit requirements. If you don't, you are not going to get the money. Once you meet it, they are going to give you free money. You get the free money, take $20 out and practice. Guys, you need to practice. Take $20 out and practice. See if you can turn 20 into 40, 40 into 60, 60 into whatever. If you cannot do it, that means you still need some more practice, or else you will end up in Rekt City. It's that simple, okay? And don't say I didn't warn you. Anyways, now gold is something I wanted to look at before we move into looking at my position. Gold right now, as you can see, yeah, guys, it's not making any sense at all when what gold is doing right now. So you want to, on the hourly, though, for day traders, yeah, maybe you want to try it. Even the 4-hourly. 4-hourly is also for day traders. But right now, looking at gold, nah, something is not right with it. Seriously, it's not. Starting from way back when it was supposed to go down, but it didn't. It kept pumping upwards. People are still speculating on it. Go look at the M2 money supply. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that don't make sense with gold. But for me, I'm just looking at it. You know, it's like, because this one right here, gold has been like on a tear since 2024. On a tear, going up for the entire, look at it. Something is not right somewhere. But anyways, if you want to do it, that is really up to you. Regardless, like, yeah, I just keep an eye on it, because it's also another indicator that shows you that, yeah, something is not adding up somewhere. So even let's see on the weekly, see, that thing is going up in a straight line. So yeah, I don't know, that's up to you if you want to try to catch that falling knife or not. Anyways, now let's go look at my positions right quick. We're gonna start with my Bydfi. On Bydfi, you guys know right here I am trading King Kaspa, and I am also trading Quant. That's what this is going. Okay, you can see on the monthly, look at that chart is. We had a little hiccup, but we are going back up again. So everything is playing normal. Okay, so for me, I am up $12,300. A couple of days ago, this thing was down, what, $4,000? You can see. So if you look at the contracts today, like I told you this morning, I opened a new Jasmine trade, which again, I haven't scaled it up yet. I'm just watching it. On my Kaspa, I am still up $1,900 approximately. Okay. And then you look at my Jasmine trade I opened up this morning, is still up $66. Not a big deal, but yeah, it's just like I think the bottom is in, and I'm trying it out. Okay. On my quant, yes, you can see it is now red. It's now like green. I am up $181. You can pause the videos if you want to, and then look on all my trades. I trade at 50x, no more, no less. Now we go look at Phemex. On Phemex, I'm only trading King Kaspa on that. Let's refresh that and see my overall. I am sitting at $2,800 approximately. And if you look at my contract, you will see here that only contract here, it is up $1,700 approximately. So everything is working normal, just like Bydfi. I trade at 50x, no stop loss. That's me. Last but not the least is going to be Wix Exchange. On Wix Exchange, you guys already know, I am trading King Kaspa, and I am also trading Quant. My overall here, you guys remember this overall, I was down almost $200, and everybody kept laughing, and I kept telling you I'm not worried about it. Right now, I am sitting at $5,400 in overall. Now, if you look at my contracts, you will see that here on Quant, I am up $2,200 in total profits. Okay, and then you look at my Kaspa, I am sitting at $1,600 in total profits. The same thing with my Bydfi. I trade at 50x and I don't use stop losses. That's me. You can check it out if you want. Pause it and look. Okay. Now, last but not the least is going to be the Acorn account for my son. But the thing is that since it's the weekend, stocks and the rest of them don't trade. But I make it a habit to look at it. Just like that's something I tell my son too every day. Whether they are trading or not, you have got to look at it. Okay, so yeah, today it's just still sitting on the same spot, $535. And guys, if a 9-year-old can do this, you can also do it. You understand? So if you look, by the time it's 20 years, let's say in 10 years to come, 6, 7, 8, 10 years or 13, whatever, he'll be up $32,000. That's just if he stops investing. But I know he will keep putting money in it because he is really up to it. So the same thing. Now, but let's look at it. On the investment on the base, we are up 2.9%, which again is still stock there until Monday. On the stocks and ETFs, S&P 500 VOO $252, IJH, which is medium company stocks, $32.46. Small companies we're still sitting at $16.26, and international companies $129.11. Okay, so yeah, we're doing great. On bonds, we do have two. The short-term bonds, which is ISTB, $31.5, and aggregate bonds, we also have $73 in it. So yeah, for me, I am proud of my boy. He's 9 years old, but I think he's getting it. He's catching on the drill how things work. So yeah, woo-wee, I am so happy with this thing right now. It's not even funny. Now let's go back here. You have it. Okay, all I have to say is like, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you want to, you can go follow everybody else, and then you find out the difference. Like they say where I'm from, you go find out, say khaki no be leather. Khaki is not leather. You are going to find that out the wrong way. So yeah, market is going up. All of them telling you, yeah, money, when the dominance comes down, then money is going to trickle down. Is it trickling down? How do you like it now? Is it trickling down? I kept telling you, it's obvious. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the market, macroeconomy, and the rest of things. Pay attention to those things. So please, again, I will say it. Please don't forget to subscribe, I want to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, don't forget to like and comment. I am very, very interested in knowing what you think. Are you among the people that are are you in Rekt City right now, or are you doing better? Okay, and also don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. You never know. You never know what you're going to learn from a stranger, right? Until I see you in my next one, guys, please, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.